Last time on Mass Effect, we saved the life of Liara Tsoni, and then chatted it up with the crew of the Normandy. It's that gameplay loop that is the most common component of Bioware games. You go off, you complete a main mission, you come back to the Normandy and discuss. With some characters you talk about what happened, but a lot of the time the dialogue has a stronger focus on just learning more about the characters themselves. On one hand, this makes sense as a relationship simulator. The more you fight alongside your crew, the more they're willing to trust you. The more the person trusts you, the more they're willing to open up to you about what makes them tick. And then they have sex with you. On the other hand, this makes the basic structure a little on the repetitive side. You talk to everyone, you repeat. You go on a mission, talk to everyone, or you repeat. It's good to know exactly when people won't have new things to say, but at the same time you know that you'll have to talk to everyone before progressing, otherwise you'll lose previous dialogue options. Which one haven't I been to? I've been to Sparta. Don't think I've been to Macedon. I might have been to Athens as well. Side missions, regardless of their scale. Oh, I have not been to Macedon.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Now, I believe we actually ran into her in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium, but she was busy, so she didn't really have time to say anything. But anyway. Oh, there's side mission stuff here. So side missions, regardless of their scale, like whether they're the expansion packs or whether you just drive around, the characters, they don't care about that sort of thing. The only thing it progresses towards is the completion of the game. So I'm going to try to do as many of the side missions as I can, but the side missions are even more repetitive because, as you saw in a previous case, it's basically just land your Mako, drive around, recover artifacts, and then proceed, and then leave. Sometimes there is a small base for you to enter and explore. Sometimes there are guys on the map to fight you. Sometimes there are Thresher Maws. Usually inside the base, you'd be fighting guys. And usually these are the worst examples of combat in any of the Mass Effect games. She was doing nothing. Let's give her some Mass Effect powers that are interesting. And I haven't been doing anything with... Oh, okay. And yeah, once you get into the base, it seems as if the AI for the enemy just kind of breaks down. They don't really know what to do with themselves anymore. All they know how to do is just run towards you, shouting, "Enemy is everywhere," over and over again. So as I'm exploring these kind of other side missions, expect to see a lot of cuts, kind of like this one right here. Oh, by the way, this planet introduces something that I mentioned before, and that is planetary hazards. The more time I spend outside, the more... once that meter fills up, I believe I start receiving damage. I've never really... I don't think I've been outside of my vehicle long enough to actually receive said damage. Like, there's usually no reason for you to be outside of your vehicle for that long of a time. Oh, it looks like there are bad guys here. Luckily, I'm in the Mako, so they will not stand much of a chance. They will try to fight me. If they ever see me over the ridge, bouncing around like an idiot. But they will fail. I don't even see any of these space pirates I'm shooting at. Yep. They almost got through my shield. Almost. But not quite. And we get to see one of these amazing interior areas. So let's see how that goes. So there's a very brief period of time in which enemies just don't notice that you're there. You can mind your own business, relax, get your weapons ready. She's untrained in everything. She can use a shotgun, and I can use a shotgun and pistol. So I'm going to use the shotgun and pistol. Oh, I leveled up. Probably should do that. I don't have pistols as an option. Oh well. You know, my allies will probably need it, and also I will probably need it, so... First aid is probably a good thing to throw my points into. Save real quick like before the actual firefight ensues. Oh yeah, I think I have grenades too.
Go, go, go!
Ah. And let's see. Could probably use barrier on myself. Yeah, maybe test out some of these. Oh, the arrow's down. And there's one more guy, probably upstairs. Yep, I forgot about that. You can blow up fuel tanks. And the prize. Actually, there should be a more plot-related prize upstairs, I believe. Because these side missions, the characters may not care about them, but there's always a little bit of plot. There's always a little bit of reason for you to be there. Also, I can't help but notice that not a single enemy said that enemies are everywhere, so it seems that I am proven instantly wrong. But hopefully, the next side mission will clear my name. Yep, probably should save my game for that one. And it's about the same length as any other one. Investigate the desk. You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador in the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to the Presidium and... So Nasana actually just gave us this mission. And I may have just killed her sister? It's unclear, I'm sure. I think one of those Asari was named Asari Slaver. So I'm guessing that would be Nasana's sister. Who, if she actually had a name, then that probably would have just given away the plot before you got to it. But, for now, let's just take a cut. Oh, looks like there's another fight on our hands coming up. Just over the next horizon. Not that far away. Just the next hill. That was fast. Okay, cut. You know, driving around the Mako, it kind of makes me wonder, like, how much time is spent in video games just traveling from point A to point B. Not really actually doing anything specific. Just getting to your destination. Not traversing obstacles per se, just going straight on mostly level terrain. Okay, it looks like we've got some sort of research station here. It looks like there are some dorms on this side of the base that I can explore first. And then I can...
Been here for a while. On my way.
Then I can head over and take a look at what's going on in the main base. But it seems as if there's likely nothing going to be going on here.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
When the entire universe is now filled with all sorts of aliens, does the word alien really mean anything anymore?
En route.
Would it be more apt to call it unknown origin rather than alien origin? Because alien in this case is basically just a species who hasn't discovered the Mass Effect technology yet. Alright, Garrus has the sniper rifle, Rex has the shotgun, we're good to go. Although there's nothing on my radar, so there might not be any enemies? Nope, there are enemies. Ah, there are husks. Oh, and Garrus is down. And now Rex is down. Oh, that's not an explosive barrel. That's the explosive barrel. Okay, they're back. Now, the trick is, are we going to get an explanation of some sort as to why everybody here is a husk of their former self? Ah, no! That was unexpected. Let's put barrier. That accounts for all of the ExoGeni survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery that will never be solved. But, as all side missions do, somewhere down here there's going to be a reward. The thing with items in this game is they generally, are at the same level that you are. So... And in the Mass Effect games in general. So, like, especially with Andromeda, there would be points in the game where you're driving along, and you'd see bad guys off to the right, and they'd be defending some sort of chest or whatever. In other games, you might be like, oh, what are they guarding? But in Mass Effect Andromeda... hold on one second. You know that you're going to eventually replace everything you find, because anything you find in the game has the potential of dropping better items. And every chest just kind of has that same pool of items to distribute from. Oh, and it looks like I got some armor for Rex. So maybe he'll live a little longer, instead of dying so quickly. So there's no real point to actually go and fight anybody that's kind of out of the way, because as you play the game, you'll just find better items anyway. They don't have anything special. Now, obviously, in like Grand Theft Auto games, you're expected to spend a lot of your time on the road, traveling from point A to point B. But I think like the one main game that really suffered a lot from that sort of thing would be the second Mafia game. Largely because there really isn't any secondary content to it. So when you're driving from point A to point B, there's usually nothing to do in between point A and point B. The actual presence of the open world did not necessarily make the game... Holy crap, there's Jamal. And it's just a Thresher Maw, so... You know, that splash, that looks like it's... It looks like it's hitting the vehicle. But I'm taking no damage, so I'm guessing... it's not hitting the vehicle? Either way, it makes a fantastic entrance. What was I saying? Driving around. So, in like Mafia 2, you've basically just got your main missions. With Grand Theft Auto games, you tend to have a lot of side missions. You've got a lot of places you can explore. That's the kind of thing that also makes the Elder Scrolls series, the Fallout series stand out. Even though you're going to be spending a lot of time walking everywhere, I especially enjoyed in Fallout 3 just to be able to kind of I almost sound a little bit like Foghorn Leghorn over there. I say. Just to be able to see something in the distance and be like, okay, I'm gonna go there. And then on your way there, you're like, hey, that actually looks more interesting. I'll go there. But with like games like Mafia 2, there wasn't really that choice. You just drove to the location and you were there at the location. In regards to driving around the Mako in this game, now in In Andromeda, you have more of that side content. As you're driving around, there's primary missions, there's side missions, there's things for you to find. So they try to really populate the world and make it dense. But with this game, you just get another source of income. You get some minerals. The actual benefit of the driving feels like it's more towards building up the universe. Yeah. Rather than make for a really interesting gameplay experience. You know, sometimes it kind of stutters, sometimes there's load time involved. But I always enjoy the actual landing of the Mako on the planet itself. Like that shaky cam as it's trying to follow the ship. And then when it lands as well. And then it's like, staving content. Can't do that. Oh, level 2 hazard. Now, I should probably mention something that I don't think I mentioned before, and that is, it is possible to receive fall damage in the Mako. It is possible to damage your vehicle in the process of crashing down to the rocks below you. Now, you still have your vehicle jets, which can help keep you afloat, prevent crashes at the last minute. So there's always that. Oh, and it looks like there are some enemies way up top on the mountain. Now, I believe those are diamond shaped, so those should be turrets. The question is, how do I get up there from here? Usually there's a path or something to that type of area. But like Elder Scrolls, you can still cheat. I don't know if that's a sun or a moon. Oh. This is Alliance Heavy Turret. Why am I think did I receive a quest about this? Like the AI just went off the rails. Let's see what I will find indoors. Aside from just a chance to save my game. Oh, there are bad guys. The trick is figuring out where is a good spot to kind of like a good choke point. Ah, mercenaries, eh? Damn you, Ashley.
Bring it on.
Now I should be careful because There might be bad guys coming from this direction as well.
I will destroy you. I will destroy you.
I like his plan of just walking forward and doing nothing. It helped me out a bit.
I will destroy you.
Or go get him, team.
Shields down.
Good job, team. Go get him. Alright, there's only so many more left. Maybe have him sabotage somebody? Oh. This guy's trying to be sneaky. Now I don't remember what a green life bar means. I'm guessing a little bit of poison going on.
I will destroy you. I will destroy.
Oh, snap. I'm lying down on the job.
I will destroy you.
Join me, fellow ally. Right, I can't use my health. I can run like hell. There we go.
I'm on it.
I live to run away again.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah. Helena was right. These guys had quite the operation going. That's all going to change. One down. Just one more to go. Okay, she's the one who hired me to take down her competition. And let's see what's in here. Anything interesting on the other side of the building? Just a medical station? Now, I could use Omnigel to just unlock these, but I tend to save it just in case I ever need to do repairs, or in case I screw up. But I think I'm going to be stopping for here. There's probably not as much to this video as there are to other ones, but that's the nature of side missions. A lot of repetitive tasks. And I'm not going to make you suffer through them. Just to see me attempting to drive over a mountain. over and over again. Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments, you can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.